Hi guys, welcome once again to the channel. Esoteric Cloud Surfer here on Esosu Gaming, today with a different video, with a different type of content. I'm very excited to bring to you this new content, this new type of video to the channel. I hope you enjoy it, I hope you guys like it. It's my first time doing something like this. I will show you very soon, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope I enjoy it as well, and let's go. Before all of that, remember that we have Pokemon Unite live streams, we have Pokemon Sword and Shield VGC, and we have Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX, that's a long name, coming out on the channel almost every day as well. And we have a Discord that you can join and know everything about the channel and communicate with the community, alright? And you can find our Discord server by searching Esosu Gaming or just following the link in the description below, or ask me for an invite link. And you already know that I wish you the best thoughts, feelings, emotions and ideas possible, and I wish you a lot of creativity, a lot of individuality, so you can maintain your sanity. So, Esoteric Cloud Surfer in Esosu Gaming, here today, let's go. So, the surprise, the new content that I have here is card opening. Okay, we are going to open some packs. We are going to open some packs of cards. But what cards, Esoteric Cloud Surfer? What you talking about? Maybe you already know by the name of by the title of the video. I still haven't made the title yet. Maybe I will not reveal it in the title. You already know, but I don't, right? So we'll be doing some card openings. I got some. I got two different types of things for us to open, but they're all about the same game, they're all about the same franchise. And no, it's not Pokemon. It's not Pokemon card opening. That's possible. That can be cool as well. We can bring that to the channel. But this is a game that I always have enjoyed since I was a kid. I'll play a lot with the kids from school. In a little of an Aquarius way of myself, I kind of brought that trend to our school, kind of, because I would play a lot as a kid. And that's Magic the Gathering, guys. Okay, so if anybody is familiar with the franchise, I hope you are. I think you're going to enjoy this video, right? We got some boosters to open, and then we have a surprise. We have something better, something bigger to open in the end. So Magic the Gathering is another game that I always enjoyed playing, because it's not just about playing, it's also about the gathering and about the community. So that set, the Innistrad Midnight Hunt, is a new set. It came out today, or it came out yesterday, but I think it was today. But this is still the earlier stages of these packs. There will be more packs next week, that will be more decks, but then that's another story, because Magic the Gathering, you have a lot of different products you can buy, right? But we have some boosters, and we have something different, something special to do at the end, and we are going to open our boosters, right? I'm going to open the boosters, I'm going to react to them, and then from there I will see how this content can develop here in the channel. But for right now, let's do this. I'm very excited. I hope you are excited as well. And I had something to say, but I forgot. But let's go. Let's do it. Let's open our first booster here, Midnight Hunt. Yeah, this came out today, so I came back to Magic. I have a lot of cards, but older cards, so I decided that it was a good time to come back to one of my favorite franchises and also use that to bring to you. Maybe you don't know Magic and you get to enjoy it. Maybe you already know it and you enjoy it. So let's do it. Let's do this together, and let's start with our first pack. So let's open it right here. Let's see if it is. Oh, it's not very easy to open. And I don't have nails. I cut my nails recently. Okay. So these packs, each one brings about 12 cards. Alright. So, okay. So here we receive a promo, I believe. I don't know what it is. Okay, I think it's supposed to be like that, yeah. It's a cool one. Okay, like a ghostly thing. It's stealing something or provoking chaos. Alright, so we have a mountain. We have a basic land mountain. Beautiful, look at that. Yeah, red is not my favorite color, but I like it. Okay, then we have a white creature, Celestus Sanctifier. Okay, that's a human cleric. And it says if it's neither day or night, it becomes day. Oh, I think that's a new mechanic that is coming into the game, day or night. If it's neither day or night, it becomes day as Celestus Sanctifier enters the battlefield. Whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, look at the top of 2 cards of your library. Put one of them into the graveyard. So, as you can see by the packages, this new set, Midnight Hunt, is about werewolves, and then later it will come some about vampires, because in Magic you have a lot of types of creatures, so they can do products around all of those. Okay, but I like it's a common card. You can see here by the symbol, it's a common card, and it costs 2 generic and 1 mana, because for those who are not familiar, you need to use your lands to cast your spells or creatures. You are a sorcerer using the power of the land to summon creatures or spells or equipment or something, okay? So, here next we have Crossroads Candle Guide. So it costs 4 generic, any color. It's an artifact creature and it's a scarecrow. Okay, when Crossroads Candle Guide enters the battlefield, exile up to 1 target card from graveyard. You can pay 2 and add 1 mana of any color. Okay, interesting. I'm not very excited about that. I'm just interested, you know. Then Devious Cover Up. Okay, instant counter target spell, very good. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead of placing it into the graveyard. You may shuffle up to 4 cards, target cards, so not random. You can choose those cards into your library again. Okay, cool effect. A counter spell that can benefit you in other ways. Then we have the Guy's Wave. It costs 1 generic and 1 water, 1 blue. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's end. Great! If you control that permanent, draw a card. Oh, so you can play with that. This is how. Oops, I'm seeing some new cards here. This is how you make infinite loops. By making your card come back to the hand, then you play it again and you activate its effect again. So that's how you do it. One way to do it. Okay, let's go. Next card. Awesome. Arcane Infusion. So you pay 1 blue and 1 red, and then it's an instant, so you can play it any time on the game. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Which is your deck. You may reveal an instant or sorcery card from among them and put it into your hand. Place the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Okay, cool effect. Flashback. You pay 3 generic, 1 blue and 1 red. You may cast this card from your graveyard for its flashback cost. Then exile it. So you can do that one time, but you can play it from your graveyard. That's great. Next one, Seize the Storm. Okay, create a red elemental creature token with trample, and this creature's power and toughness are each equal to the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard plus the number of cards with flashback you own in exile. So great card to use with this one, right? Because you can use it from the graveyard and then she goes to exile. It goes to exile. So either that card power-ups the token from being on the graveyard or exile because it has flashback. And it has flashback as well, so we can cast it again from the graveyard. Great card. Village Watch. Oh, that's a creature, human werewolf. It has haste. So when it enters the field, it can immediately attack. When you most creatures, they need to wait a turn to be able to attack. They bound. If a that's a new thing. I don't know that mechanic. If a player casts no spells during their own turn, it becomes night next turn. Okay, that's interesting. Let's go. Lunarch Veteran. So it's about the moon, Luna. He worships the moon, maybe. The night side, the internal side. He's a human cleric. Oh, is he lost into religion? Oh no. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. I like that. Disturb. I don't know that one. Is that new? You pay 1 generic and 1 white. You may cast this card from your graveyard transformed for its disturb cost because you can summon it. Oh, Luminous Phantom. So when that creature die, you can pay 1 generic and 1 white, 1 plain, and it comes back as a Luminous Phantom. Awesome. Flying. Whenever another creature you control leaves the battlefield, you gain 1 life. If Luminous Phantom will be put into a graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead, so it only can come back once from the graveyard. Spell Rune Painter. Bro, look at that art. That art is so cool. It's a human shaman werewolf. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Spell Rune Painter gets +1/+1 until of the end of the turn, and it has Daybound. Daybound is if a player casts no spell during their own turn, it becomes night. I don't know what night will do, but we have some cards that bring the night, they bring the dark, but look at that art. It's so awesome. So cool. I love that. Next, oh, we have a rare one. Briar Breach Tracker. Briar Breach Tracker. It's a human scout. It has vigilance, so when you attack it, because when you attack in Magic, you attack and that creature becomes turned, and you can defend with it until it is your turn again. But with vigilance, your creature doesn't need to turn. When Briar Breach Tracker enters the battlefield, investigate. Create a colorless clue artifact token with pay 2 and sacrifice this artifact and draw a card. Nice. As long as you control a token, Briar Breach Tracker gets +2/+0. Alright, I like that one. Oh, we have the next one. Bird Admirer. Okay, so it's a creature, human archer werewolf. It has reach, so it can defend creatures who has flying. And it also has Daybound. If a player casts no spells during their own turn, it becomes night. Okay, I don't know what that is. And we have Orzhova, the Church of Deals. You know how those deals become real ordeals, right? And it's a basic land. No, it's a land. It's not a basic land. So I think you can search for it with cards. You can tap it and add 1 mana, and any mana to your pool. 1 generic mana, and you can pay 3 generic, 1 white and 1 black, tap it, and target player loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. Okay. Unlike most churches at Orzhova, it is best to pray before you arrive. Okay, okay. Okay, cool cards. Cool cards. I've enjoyed. I love this one. I love the art on that one. I like the borders on it. The drawing is super cool.
And this is like from the art series.
Oh, and we have something in the back here.
This is like a painting in itself, a card.
Awesome. So this is 27 from 88, from 81. Nelbagast Intruder, Volkan Baga. Alright. I like that. I like that art style.
It's very pretty.
Misty but pretty. Spooky but interesting. And that art style is super cool. Super cool. And then we got a rare one in our Briar Breach Tracker. So, let's keep opening them. I got a few of those. Let's pass to the next one. Oh, we have the same one, or are they different on the back? No, it's the same one.
That's the number.
No, it's the same one. I think they are the different numbers for different arts.
Okay.
Yeah, if anybody wondered, Daria is here with us. She's watching live the pack opening.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same one. Okay, okay. Then we got a cool swamp. That's a black. I love that swamp. Look at that. It's so realistic. Straight out of an horror movie. Check that out. So is this a pack full of black cards? We have a Crawl from the Cellar. You pay 1 black and it's a sorcery. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target zombie you control. And then it also flashback. I see a lot of cards from this set have flashback. You can cast them from your graveyard, but then you must exile them. Okay, I like that one. I like that art. I like black cards. I like the cards that you need to pay swamp to use because of those borders. I like those black borders with white things. It's so cool. Such a misty vibe on my sacral chakra. Next, Rotten Reunion. Oh, these are some zombie cards. So you pay 1 black and it's instant. Exile up to 1 target card from your graveyard. Create a 2/2 black zombie creature token with Decayed. It can't block. When it attacks, sacrifice it at the end of combat. So it's a weak zombie. But you can flashback again. A lot of flashback using spells from the graveyard. Eaten Alive. Oh, damn. Black goes creepy sometimes. It really does. So you pay 1 black, and as an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature or pay 3 generic and 1 black. Exile target creature or planewalker. Okay, so if your enemy has a strong card or a card with a strong effect, you can exile it. Because then if that card does not go to the graveyard, so he can't use any spells to bring it back. It's exiled. It doesn't count. Let's go. Okay, next one. Blood Tithe Collector. It's a vampire noble. Oh, that's pretty expensive. 4 generic and 1 black. It has flying though, that's perfect. When Blood Tithe Collector enters the battlefield, if an opponent lost life this turn, each opponent discards a card. Okay, okay, not bad. Next we have Stormkirk Bloodteeth. You pay 2 generic and 1 black. It's a vampire rogue. And at the beginning of your end step, if an opponent lost life this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target vampire you control. Nice. Oh, I think that's uncommon. I think that's an uncommon card. Then we have an artifact, a Mystic Skull. Look, you pay 2 generic. You pay 1 and tap the Mystic Skull, add 1 mana of any color. Oh, and if you pay 5 and tap it, you can transform Mystic Skull into Mystic Monstrosity. Lands you control have add 1 mana of any color. Whoa, look at that. Under the light of an unnatural moon, it walked out on legs of straw with joints of hinges ripped from the barn doors. Oh, that thing transformed. And it's a 5/6. It's pretty strong. Then we have cool art again. Tavern Ruffian, Human Warrior Werewolf. It has Daybound, but you can transform it into Tavern Smasher. It has Nightbound. So if nobody casts spells, it brings day. So does our special card over here, can you find it? The one with has that art as well. I love that art. Look at that. Can we can she yeah, she can. Oh, look, she can transform as well. I didn't notice that. And that one can transform as well. Oh, the Bird Admirer can transform as well. I forgot.
And this one as well.
But that one I checked out.
Okay.
So the spell rune painter will transform into spell rune howler. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, spell rune howler gets +2/+2 until the end of the turn. So it's like with Daybound, she transforms. When the night comes, she transforms into the werewolf, and when the day comes, she transforms back into being a painter with blood, doing some rituals and spells. Okay, so every time night comes, they transform because they are werewolves, and then when they are done with the transformation, if you cast no spells, they come again. So if you cast no spells, right? You cast no spells, she transforms into the night form. And if you cast no spells, she transforms to the day form. But if you cast a spell while she transforms, she maintains that way because it's night. Okay, that's cool. And our Bird Admirer, it also transforms. Okay, when it becomes night, it transforms into Wing Shredder. It's a werewolf. It has reach. Yeah, and yeah. Balush. Oh, it shines a little bit because it's a rare. No, no. The rare one was the other one. But oh, nice advice, Daria.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Makes like a rainbow kind of.
Look at that. That's awesome. Okay, let's keep going. So now we have our Dawnheart Rejuvenator, right? It's a human warlock. When Dawnheart Rejuvenator enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. And you can add 1 mana of any color. I thought it was black, but it is green. Oh, but I like I like the borders. It's different. Awesome. Next. Oh, we got a Mythic Rare. We got a Mythic Rare. That's the rarest you can have. It's Mythic Rare. Look.
Wow.
Evasin's Memorial. You pay 5 generic and 3 white. It's indestructible. Other legendary permanents you control have indestructible. So even if they have lower defense than the opponent attack, they will not be destructed. You can't destroy them with cards, you have to exile them. Awesome. Mythic Rare, I'm so happy for that one.
Yeah,
Let's
that's a
go.
good one.
Then we got a rare one, Curse of Surveillance. You pay 4 generic and 1 blue. To enchant player. At the beginning of enchanted player's upkeep, any number of target players other than that player each draw cards equal to the number of curses attached to that player. Okay, confusing, but let's go. Then we have an uncommon, Voldaron Ambusher. You pay 2 generic and 1 red, it's a vampire archer. When Voldaron Ambusher enters the battlefield, if an opponent lost life this turn, it deals X damage to up to 1 target creature or planeswalker, where X is the number of vampires you control. Okay, it's about... We have to create a human vampire, an army vampire. Look, and it's a token, a human, because some cards create tokens. So we can use that. It's cool. It's like Halloween, harvest season. Harvest season is now ending with the Virgo season ending. So yeah, pretty thematic. So in here we got this luminous one. It's uncommon, and we got the Mythic Rare and a rare card. Pretty good for us. Let's go. I'm enjoying a lot doing this. Let me drink some water. Maybe I have a lot still. Maybe I will do 2 videos so this will become really large and massive. I will see.
You still have a lot to
Okay. Let's go to the next one. Man, having some nails now will help. Let's go. Ooh, oops. There goes the camera. Look at that art. I like it. A ghost with a lantern to lure you into the darkness. What? That's the number 30. Spectral Adversary. Art by Uriah Voth. Awesome. Okay, then we have another swamp. Okay, cool swamp, cool realistic swamp. Then we have Unruly Mob. One generic, one white. It's a human. Whenever another creature you control dies, put a 1/1 counter on Unruly Mob. Okay? The people are angry. The people are hungry and angry. Alright. Next, Homestead Courage. You pay 1 white and it's a sorcery. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It gains vigilance until the end of the turn. And you can flashback it as well. So it's like the people fighting the werewolves. So the people must protect themselves with their privacy and by being at home and shit like that. They need to protect their homes and farms from the werewolves. Okay, let's go. Moonrager's Slash. Nice. 2 generic, 1 red. This spell costs 2 less to cast if it's night. Cool. Oh, I like that mechanic. Moonrager's Slash deals 3 damage to any target. Oh, and it can cost only 1 red if it's night. That's a powerful one. I can also already imagine a black and red deck, very powerful. You can't even maintain your opponent can maintain its creatures on the field. They're always dying. Ooh, we have an uncommon here. It's 2 generic, 1 black and 1 green. Grizzly Ghoul. So it's like a bear vampire, a zombie bear. It is a zombie bear. It has trample. So if a creature defends, you still do damage based on the difference between that offensive and their defensive. Grizzly Ghoul enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each creature that died this turn. That's powerful. And for those who don't know, +1/+1 is plus attack plus defense. Okay. Then I'll make a proper video explaining magic and things like that. Rite of Oblivion. Okay. So this is to destroy werewolves, maybe. You pay 1 white and 1 black, and as an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a non-land permanent. Exile target non-land permanent, and you have flashback. You can cast it from the graveyard, and it says, revenge is a circle without end. Real shit. If you didn't know that, go watch Naruto. For real. Then we have Odrick's Outrider. So you pay 3 generic, you pay 1 white, and it's a human knight. Whenever Odrick's Outrider or another creature you control dies, put a +1/+ counter on target creature you control. So you can kill it with your own spell. You can sacrifice it for any spell you want, and it can also empower your creatures. It's a lot about that. It's a lot about sacrificing this Midnight Hunt set. Beloved Beggar. That beggar of your town that everybody knows and likes. Okay, so you pay 1 generic and 1 white, and it's a human peasant. Disturb, you pay 4 generic and 2 white. You may cast this card from your graveyard, transform. I want to see how the beggar transforms. Now it's the hated millionaire. First it was the beloved beggar, now it will be the hated millionaire. What is it? Generous soul. Oh, that's even better. Because so many people were generous to him that he learned how to be generous. So it's a spirit with flying and vigilance. If generous soul will be put into a graveyard from anywhere, exile it. So it goes from a 1/1, a 0/4 to a 4/4. Nice transformation, nice death. That's good for you, beloved beggar. Next, Fangblade Brigand. So it's 3 generic and 1 red. You can pay, it's a human werewolf as well. You can pay you 1 generic and 1 red, and Fangblade Brigand gets +1/+0 and gains first strike until the end of the turn. First strike is really good because imagine the opponent creature has 3 defense but 5 attack. We can destroy it with our 3 attack, and because we have first strike, we attack before they attack, so we kill them before they can kill us. And it's day bound, so if nobody casts spells, it will transform into a powerful werewolf. Fangblade Eviscerator. You can pay 1 generic and 1 red. Fangblade Eviscerator gets +1/+0. Okay, it's the same effect, but now you can pay 4 generic and 1 red, and creatures you control gets +2/+0 until the end of the turn. Oh, that's powerful. That's a uncommon. Okay, that's a good one. Then we have another mythic rare. Awesome. Leona, the Autumn Sovereign. Of course it's autumn. We are going to the fall of autumn. We're going to the Libra season. But beautiful card. Look at that. Really beautiful. So you pay 2 generic. You can use this as a commander if you play that format. You pay 2 generic, 1 green and 1 white. To Coven. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature you control. Then if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, draw a card. I think this one is the new commander for the new commander deck that will come out next week here where I live. So I will not buy that one, we already got her. I think she's the face of the new deck that I can buy next week. But I have to confirm that. Next one, a rare one, Seraph, the Viper's Fang. Legendary creature, it's a human warlock. You pay 2 generic and 2 forests. Other tapped creatures you control have death touch, but they are tapped. Other untapped creatures you control have hexproof, so they can be targeted by spells. Pay 1 and tap this card and tap another target creature or land you control. So our tapped creatures have death touch. How can that be useful? I'm thinking, I don't know. I have to discover that. If you know, tell me in the comments. Then we have a common, Tapping at the Window. And that's Windy Night. Oh, it's a flashy one.
It's pretty.
Sorcery. You pay 1 generic and 1 green. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, of your deck. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest into the graveyard. And then you flashback. You can use it once again from the graveyard. But it's like when it's very windy and you have trees around your house and they are knocking on your window and you think it's the spirit, then you think it's the tree, then it's really the spirit. And you have a vampire token. Whoa, with trample, lifelink and haste. So somebody on this set can create tokens like this. We know that, hopefully we can get it. It's really, really strong. Because lifelink is like you do 3 damage, you receive 3 life. It's really good. Okay. Okay, let's continue. We can see we have our cards here, right? And we have the promotions and the tokens on the side. And we get 3 until now. Those 3. Let's continue. We have 3 more. This one plus 2. Okay, so I think it won't be so big. And then maybe I'll open the other stuff that I have on another video, so don't get that big. Ooh, I like that first one. Look at that. I like it. What you guys think? Okay, it's Arrogant Outlaw. It's a 33. Hey, let's go. And then we have a plane. Oh, I like that. Look. I like that drawing. I like that light. That white and black combined. It's a deserted, a wasted wasteland. Cool.
It's plain.
Then we have Candlelit Cavalry. You pay 4 generic and 1 green. and it's a human knight, and you can coven at the beginning of combat on your turn. If you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, Candlelit Cavalry gains trample until the end of turn. Awesome, I like it. Everybody's together to fight, let's go. Then we have Dawnheart Rejuvenator. It's a human warlock. When Dawnheart Rejuvenator enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. I think we got already one of those, but with a different art style. Ardent Elementalist. Okay, 3 generic and 1 red for a human shaman. When Ardent Elementalist enters the battlefield, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Oh, awesome! Getting cards from the graveyard to your hand is always useful. Voldaron Ambusher, we already have that one. Okay. Foul Play, that's a Pokemon move as well. You can pay 1 generic and 1 swamp, destroy target creature with power 2 or less, and then investigate. Create a colorless clue artifact token with pay 2, sacrifice the artifact and draw a card. That's cool. A cool effect. Drawing cards is also really useful. Especially when you play with formats that you have huge decks and you need your cards for your combos or for your strategy. Then we have an uncommon, Infernal Grasp. With 1 generic and 1 swamp, it's an instant. Destroy target creature, you lose 2 life. Oh! I don't mind. Maybe with that creature I would lose the game. I lose 2 life. I like that. Then we have Tireless Hauler. Yeah, the strong man supporting the family. You pay 4 generic and 1 green. And it's a human werewolf. It has vigilance. So when you attack, you can defend with it on the next turn. And if you cast no spells, the day ends and the night comes. And he's a monster. He's not helping the family anymore. Look, Dire Strain Brawler. It has vigilance and it's a 6/6, and if you play no spells on that turn, he comes back to being the helpful husband that he always is. Then we have Morning Patrol. Okay, to clean the werewolves that might be still lingering around. Some people, then they transform and then they go to sleep in some weird places, so the Morning Patrol go pick them up. You pay 2 generic and 1 white for that creature, a human soldier with vigilance and disturb. You may pay this cost and you can summon it, but transformed in... Oh, I saw something really cool there. Oh, so now it's the Morning Aspiration. It has flying and vigilance. If Morning Apparition will be put into... Okay. So it's like he got killed by a werewolf? I don't know. Yeah, the dog remembers him after he died. Look at that. The dog remembers. So cute. Oh, is that a rare one? Yeah, I love that one. Vadric Astral Archmage. So he knows astrology, he knows some alignment, he knows what's going on. You pay 1 generic, 1 blue, and 1 red for a legendary creature, human wizard. If it's neither day or night, it becomes day as Vadric Astral Archmage enters the battlefield, bringing some light to your animalistic natures. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost X less to cast, where X is Valdric's power. Whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, put a +1/+1 counter on Vadric. That card is so good, guys. That card is really good. I'm using that one. It's beautiful, that art. Blue, red, black. It looks like it was drawn in with pencil. In the full moon, he knows the alignments. He brings day. Oh, so beautiful. Let's keep moving. Then we got another one, a red one, Bloodline Culling. Oh, be careful with those generation curses. You pay 1 generic and 2 black, and it's an instant spell. You can cast it anytime you want, and choose one. Target creature gets -5/-5, until end of the turn, or creature token gets -2/-2 until end of the turn. So that's to destroy creatures or to destroy tokens. Very useful. Then, oh, you got our shiny one. It's 2 generic, 1 red, with trample. It has daybound. If a player casts no spells during their turn, it becomes night, and it transforms into Harvestside Assailant. It has trample as well, and it's a 4/4 now.
It's like a blue colored.
Yeah, here the background, it has like a petroleum blue. Let's see if we can catch a good light on camera.
Ooh.
Too much. Oh, look, can you see that? Look.
It's like a crystal.
Awesome. And we got our token, a spirit with flying, you know, always flying through the air, through the space. All right, you got 2 more packages, 2 more boosters. Packages is like big stuff, right? Big stuff. So let's go for the next one. Innistrad Midnight Hunt set booster. As I said, this is the new one. It came out today or yesterday. I think it was today. But there's still more things to come. We are still on the pre-release time. Oh, we got that card. We have that one. It came on the first pack we opened. It's really cool. Let's see if we can get the name. Celestius Sanctifier. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, it's a 16, it equates to 7, it's time to sanctify, it's time to clean, it's time to separate those demonic asses, those demonic natures. I like those. Those are like business cards. Then we have a mountain. Pretty mountain here. I'm still finding the best angle and shit, don't get mad at me, y'all. It's the first time I'm doing this, alright? Respect. Okay. Then we have Electric Revelation. Ooh, she's learning something through Uranus. Not Uranus, Uranus, okay? You pervert mind. So you can pay 2 generic and 1 red, and you, as an additional cost to cast this spell, discard a card. Then you draw 2 cards. Okay, fair trade. Then you can flash it back. You can use it from the graveyard. Then Otherworldly Gaze, okay. You pay 1 blue, and it's an instant, and you can look at the top 3 cards of your library or your deck. Put any number of them into your graveyard, and the rest back on top of your library in any order. Okay, so it's basically to see what is ahead of you on your deck, what you can use on the next turns, and if you don't want something, throw it away. Okay, I like the art though. Jack-o'-lantern, what? That's kind of lame. I don't really like Halloween. I like the candies and shit, but it's kind of lame. But hey, I like it. Let's go. So it's 1 generic, and it's an artifact, right? You can pay 1 and tap it, sacrifice Jack-o'-lantern, and you exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. Then you draw a card. Or you pay 1 and you don't tap, exile Jack-o'-lantern from your graveyard at 1 mana of any color. Okay. Oh, Evolving Wilds. Tap, sacrifice Evolving Wilds, search your library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. It's useful. Defend the Celestus. Okay, you pay 2 generic and 2 green, 2 forests, and it's an instant spell. Distribute 3 +1/+1 counters among 1, 2, or 3 creatures you control. So you can put all of 3 in just 1, or you can share it amongst your army. That's how you like it. Ooh, that's an uncommon as well. Cathar's Call. So you pay 2 generic and 1 white for an aura enchantment. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature has vigilance, and at the beginning of your end step, create a 1/1 white human creature token. So that's why you start a white army. With this card right here. flying on that birdie thing over the city. So cool. Let's go. Shady Traveler. Oh, how many of us has been a Shady Traveler, right? 2 generic and 1 black for a human werewolf. It has menace. It's very dangerous. This creature can be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. And if nobody casts a spell on that, if a player casts no spell during their turn, it becomes night the next turn. And now he's a werewolf, and it has menace as well. It's a 4/4. And it's the Stalking Predator. Okay. Predator. Then we have Flame Channeler. She's a human wizard for 1 generic and 1 red. When a spell you control deals damage, transform Flame Channeler into... Ooh, Embodiment of Flame. I like that. I like that embodiment of flame. Elemental Wizard. Whenever a spell you control deals damage, put a flame counter on Embodiment of Flame. Pay 1. Remove a flame counter from Embodiment of Flame. Exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. Oh, I like that one. And I like the art. I hope you guys can see well the art on camera. Is that focusing? I don't know.
No, you have to touch it.
Ah, look at that. I love that one. Okay. Now we have a Hound Tamer. Nice. It's a human werewolf and it has trample. You can pay 3. I love that art, by the way. And they are connected with the dogs and the wolves. That's cool. You can pay 2 generic and 1 forest. It has trample. And you can pay 3 generic and 1 forest. Put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature. So it can be herself. And they bound. So if nobody casts spells, it becomes night. Yeah? And then she transforms into Untamed Pup. So she's a tamer, but she's untamed. She's wild, but she likes to control you. Hey, that's a toxic relationship. Get out of that. It has trample, and other wolves and werewolves you control have trample. And it has the same effect. Okay, that's cool, that's strong. I like it. Okay, let's go. Oh, we have our rare one, Patrician Geist. It's a Spirit Knight for 2 generic and 1 blue. It has flying. Other spirits you control get +1/+1. So yeah, this new set, Midnight Hunt, is a lot about death, transformation, getting possessed by our lower animalistic natures. Death, transformation, because a lot of creatures transform, a lot of creatures die, and they become spirits. Okay. Other spirits you control get +1/+1, and spells you cast from your graveyard cost 1 less to cast. Okay. And yeah, we also have a lot of bringing things back from the graveyard, because it's retrograde season, so you as an evolving spirit, you don't bring things from your graveyard that you don't need to, okay? Oh, we got our shiny one. How can we... Oh, we already have that one, but it's not shiny. Devious Cover Up. You pay 2 generic and 2 blue. It's an instant spell. Counter target spell. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting into the owner's graveyard. You may shuffle up to 4 target cards from your graveyard into your library. Okay, and we have Pillage. Okay, you can pay 1 generic and 1 red and 2 red. Destroy target artifact or land. It can be regenerated. Oh damn, that's dramatic. If you can really stop somebody's growing stage on the game if you keep destroying their lands. Oh, and we have no token. Nice, extra card then. Our Pillage here. So let's go to our last pack of the day. Of the video. Not of the day, of this specific video. Right? Because then I have a surprise. But it will be in another video because this one is very, very big. Ooh, I like this. I like these guys. What you guys think? Look at that. A tribe doing some rituals and spells, connecting with the lower animalistic natures, connecting with the natures of this land. Awesome. So that is Dawnheart Wardens. Okay. And we have an island. We have an island. Ooh. It's all creepy islands drawn in black and white. The plane was like that as well.
It's the PM.
Yeah, it's the PM. It's after. It's below the horizon. It's in the dark. It's creepy. It's not bad. Okay. Then we have the Defenestrate. Defenestrate? Correct me if I'm wrong. And you can pay 2 generic and 1 black for an instant spell. Destroy target creature without flying. Okay. Simple. Unruly Mob. We already got one of those. 1 generic and 1 white. Whenever another creature you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Unruly Mob. And it was exactly like this. Unruly Mob and Homestead Courage. You pay 1 white for that sorcery. And you put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It gains vigilance until the end of the turn. Flashback. Yeah, I think this one is repeated. We already got that as well. Moonrager's Slash. This spell costs 2 less to cast if it's night. Moonrager's Slash deals 3 damage to any target. Dawnheart Mentor. No, that's new. That's a new one. You can pay 2 generic and 1 green, and it's a human warlock. When Dawnheart Mentor enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white human creature token. And you can Coven, pay 5 generic and 1 forest. Target creature you control gets +3/+3 and gains trample until end of the turn. Activate only if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers. Okay, it is really a mentor. It's not very powerful itself. Okay, we got... Oh, it's that one. You see? That one is that one. Awesome. So we got Dawnheart Wardens. You can pay 1 generic and 1 forest and 1 plain for a human warlock with vigilance. So you can attack and defend with it. Coven. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, creatures you control get +1/+0 until the end of the turn. Okay, not bad. Ooh, a Hippogriff, but it's like a swan. They usually are like eagles. I like that different one. Look, a swan, a horse and a swan and the eagle all together. Awesome. You can pay 3 generic and 1 blue. He has flying and it has disturb. You may cast this card from your graveyard transformed for 4 generic and 1 blue, and the transformation is Wild Rifter. Hey, that's awesome. Look at that. Like he has no head right now. His head is like a hole. Hippogriff Spirit. Well, that's weird, but I like it. It's weird but beautiful. Okay, it's the same thing, but we can bring it back from the dead. From the dead. Let the dead bury the dead. Now we have Kisig Naturalist. Oh, and I love those borders. So beautiful. Kisig Naturalist. It's a creature, human werewolf. Are you wearing a love today? What? Shut up, Esoteric Cloud Surfer. Keep moving. So you can pay a mountain, and the forest is pretty cheap. Whenever Kisig Naturalist attacks, add a mountain or a forest. Until end of the turn, you don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. And it has day bound, so it transforms if you cast no spells. Lord of the Ullenvold. Alright, I like those names, those Germanic Nordic names. Maybe I'll live there in a past life. Other wolves and werewolves you control get +1/+1. That's good, and it has the same effect. Then Fangblade Brigands. Oh, I think we already got that one, but I like the art. I like again that charcoal style, black and white. Human werewolf, Fangblade Brigand. If you pay 1 generic and 1 mountain, gets +1/+0 until the end of the turn, and then it transforms into the Fangblade. Oh, but it's a different art. I like how they are doing different arts for the same cards. All right. And it has the additional effect if you pay 4 and 4 generic and 1 red. Creatures you control get +2/+0 until end of the turn. Like that. Overgrown Farmland. What? Oh, it's a rare one. It's a rare land. Overgrown Farmland enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands. And you can add a forest or plain to your mana pool. Okay. Ooh, look at that. A rare one. Super beautiful. Can we get the right light on that? Old Stick Fingers. Oh, it's too dark for you to be able to see it well. Oh, it's a shiny one. I'd even... Oh, awesome. Okay. It's a legendary creature. It's an order. When you cast this spell... Okay. Oh, you pay X generic, 1 black and 1 green. When you cast this spell, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal X creature cards. Put all creature cards revealed this way into your graveyard. Then put the rest on the bottom of your library, that is your deck, in a random order. Old Stick Fingers' power and toughness are each equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard. So you can pay the exact amount of mana that you want the power of this creature to be. It's really strong. It's a shiny one. I'm gonna use this one if I make a black or green deck. Awesome. I really hope you can see better. I think you'll not be able to see better. Oh, now you can. Because he's in the dark. But it's a shiny one. It's not rainbow, it's just shiny. Okay. And what we got last was that. Which don't matter. So, guys, that was all for this video. That was all for today. Look at us. We have a brand handful of cards, and we have more. On the next video, we will open up this baby, a pre-release pack which has 6 of those that I just opened, and have some more things to it. Okay, so if you want, watch the next video to watch this being opened up, and you don't get possessed by lower animalistic natures and destroy the people, places and things that love you just because you feel a bit unsatisfied. All right, so thank you very much everybody that watched. Your support is greatly appreciated. I wish you the best thoughts, the best feelings, the best emotions and the best ideas. I wish you a lot of individuality so you can maintain your sanity. And I hope you enjoyed this new content. I really enjoyed it. It was a new experience. It was very cool. It was not what I expected, but I had a lot of fun. And until the next time, Esoteric Cloud Surfer is surfing out. I love you and goodbye.